Hey guys, I'm Zai.
And I'm Marley.
And we're the MXP Family. For today's videos, we're going to discuss with y'all our very first time. Woo. It's about to be litty. Let's get it. If you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Join the MXP family.
Tell your mama, your cousin, your auntie, your next door neighbor, your dog, your cat.
Yes, tell everybody. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Let's go. The first time we met.
How'd we meet? What was the first time we met?
Are you asking me because you generally don't know?
No, I know.
I said generally.
You came to the house.
Yeah.
We were talking for what, like
a couple weeks? Yeah.
3 weeks? No, it was like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
It
Talking
was a
for
vibe.
like 3 weeks. And it was long distance, so she had to drive down to my house.
It was the day after my birthday. I came to see her. Because our birthdays are only like 2 days apart. So, and I was like, okay. And she was at work, so like, I just like went in and was just like chilling at her house, and then she came over.
Home from work.
Yeah.
I didn't come over. I came home from work.
Yeah, I came home.
Came home from work, and she was sitting on the bed. But then when I came in, you know what she did, y'all? She ran to the bathroom.
I was shy. I was just like, ew. I was like, I'm gonna go in the bathroom.
So funny.
And I just stayed in there for like a hot minute. And I thought she left because it got like mad quiet. And when I came out, she was sitting on the bed looking at me like, like, okay.
Oh, that was funny.
I was like, dang, nabbit. Like, oh man.
Good times, good times.
Yeah. Our first impressions?
I don't know. I think we met like, it was so awkward. Talking only for a couple weeks, and then you just came to my house because I was like, I just want to see her. But she was cute, hiding in the bathroom, you know.
I was chilling. I mean, yeah. She was very quiet. Like, very... One thing like people learn about her, like, she's very quiet, but be careful what you say around her. Because, like, she soaks it up, and, like, you could be talking about, I don't know, your shoe broke. I don't know, something random. And she'll hear it, and you'll think she's not listening or whatever, and then the next day she'll meet up with you, and she'll have, like, a pair of shoes in her hand. And you're just like... Oh,
yeah.
Like, what? And then she'll be like, oh, I heard you yesterday talking about your shoe broke. And it's like, you were talking about vacation. My mom done it before. Like, we all been talking about going on a vacation. And she sits there quietly, just absorbing the conversation. And then she'll pop up and she just has, like, the next day, just like a crap ton of, like, links to different places and, like, flight, like, prices. So it's like that alone. So it's like on your first impression, you're just like, oh, wow, she's quiet. And then after that, you're like, okay, are you even, like, here? And then after that, you're like, oh, crap. Like, yo, she's paying attention. Like, wait. That's definitely her, like, in a nutshell.
Yeah, but now I talk a lot.
Yeah, now she's all the way out of her shell. But she still does it.
With you, though.
Yeah.
With other people, I'm still pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
She still does it, though, like, with the family. Because we'll be talking about something, and then I'll look over on the bed, and she has, like, a whole little itinerary made, and she's like... And I'm like, oh, so...
Our first date.
Do you remember it?
I do, because you came to my house, and it was that same night. We got ready, and I took you to the pizza spot downtown.
Yeah.
And then, did we go to the beach, or we didn't go to the beach?
We didn't. It was dark.
So I think we went, but we did go, didn't we?
The next day, yeah, the very next day. We went right back. It was cool, because when she lived in Palm Beach, like, she lived, like, 5 minutes away from the beach, literally. She would just drive up the street, and we were at the beach. And it was chill, yeah.
We lived on the same street as the beach. You just had to drive straight down.
Yeah. Y'all was so embarrassed too, because I was still going through my phase of like dumping so much like Parmesan cheese on the pizza, and she's like watching me look at the
Dump
pizza like
the cheese on the pizza. It's
like, you know,
you want a little pizza with the cheese?
yeah, you know when you go to like Chuck E. Cheese and you see like the kids just dump all the cheese on the pizza and all you see is white and they take a bite and it's like powder everywhere from cheese. It was like for a split second I forgot where I was so hungry, y'all, like waiting on her, and then the 3.5 hour drive to her, and then it was just like, yo, and I didn't want to be the person, because you know your first instinct being at somebody's house is like, I'm gonna go through your crap, but I didn't. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm just gonna like acknowledge where the exits are and just vibe. I'd like debug her charger, yeah.
If need be.
Use her charger, fold up that juice right quick, and just like relax. Man, so I was starving. I was like, yo.
Aw, poor teen.
Yeah.
I was starving you.
So I dumped like
That was
all the
good
cheese
pizza,
on
though.
there.
It's
Yeah.
a good pizza spot.
And she just watching me like, I'm just like, oh crap.
Meanwhile, I got my phone out. I'm checking my teeth, making sure I got no pizza in my teeth.
Yeah, and I'm like, what
Trying
is
to
she
do it
doing?
like very like under wraps so she doesn't notice.
Like she suddenly takes her phone and she just like,
What
let me
I'm
just
doing.
put it under the table. Let me just see what's going on. I'm just like,
Yeah,
what are
because
you
you know when
doing?
you eat pizza, you got green stuff up in there, you got cheese, and it be getting stuck in your teeth. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't have nothing stuck in there. Gotta be cute, you know, it's our first date.
We both looked so suspect. Like, oh, okay. I think the waitress, I think she knew what was going on too, because she was just like, is this together or separate? Because y'all looking like, I don't even know. So
That's
bad.
funny. Her first kiss. Do you remember?
I remember. Do you remember?
I remember. It was the next day
Yeah.
when we woke up.
Oh, you really do remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look at me
cute,
remembering
girl.
something. Even though I don't remember what I had for dinner last night.
I don't remember what you told me.
Oh, it was pasta.
I work nights, so sometimes I'll try to like, we keep up with each other. So I'll be like, what you have for dinner? And she'll be like, did you eat dinner yet?
Yeah. You do a cute little note in your lunchbox.
She did last night. I was like, But yeah.
But yeah, she snuck a little kiss in the next day.
I wouldn't say I snuck it
You
in.
did.
I was like, come here.
Oh, so sweet. She wanted a kiss.
Yeah.
Now she can't get enough kisses.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. The first time I met Pay.
First time you met Pay.
Let me tell you something. Patience had the biggest like obsession with Michael Jackson when I met her. It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
And not like the Michael Jackson later on, like the 1990s with the hair and the, no. I'm talking about Michael Jackson, I'm officially solo, look at me in my Rock With You fit, and like the Letterman jacket, it's like, ow.
Ooh, I heard that.
That was my ring, that was my rock. Okay. But nah, like for real. And I was just like, okay, so she was like very like aloof and like standoffish, so she was just like, okay, what you want? And I was like, dang, like this kid is not here to play. And I just started laughing. And then I was like, I heard you like Michael Jackson. And she was like, how you know? And I was like, I heard you listening to him on FaceTime. Like, and she was like, okay. And I was like, I'm gonna like drink some of your drink and you can like watch Michael Jackson. It'll be a fair trade. And she looked at me like, I guess that's fine. And then after that, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Smooth sailing. And I was at her birthday celebration.
Mm-hmm. Lion Country Safari.
Yeah, we went there, we turned up. And it was like really awkward too because I met her mom the first time in like
At
one
the same
swoop.
time.
And we're all in this small, confined, like, we're in this van and we're all just looking at each other like, okay, this is it, this is happening.
Oh my god, I still had the van.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. She went through a, I want to
be a soccer mom.
So yeah, okay. She is not that old at all. So it's funny to meet her and it's like,
You pull up with a van.
and I had this like Mitsubishi, I had this coupe. So I see her and I'm like, what is this? Like, because she had literally one dog and then like pigs. And I'm just like an SUV would have sufficed, you know.
I know.
A little crossover. No, homie wanted a whole van. And I was like, this is a lot of space.
Not anymore though. Now I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, why would you want a van?
I was like, dang, bro. And I'm just chilling in the car too. And I'm
I had my heart set on my van too.
She did. I was like, okay, like, I guess we're on that van life. But I was chilling. It was cozy, you know what I'm saying? We was all in the van, listening to the radio, watching the animals. Patients reclined, like, like she grandma, just like,
y'all, if you live in Florida or ever come to Florida and you go to South Florida, Lion Country Safari is definitely a go-to. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was my first time there. It was definitely an experience.
Y'all, if you ever go to South Florida, definitely add Lion Country Safari to your list of to-dos. It's a drive-through zoo, kind of. So you go through in your car at like 2 miles an hour, and you see the zebras, the rhinos, the lions. Oh, it's so awesome.
It was definitely a vibe.
They're like up close.
First time there. So.
And then they have like the little adventure park. When you're done with that, you go in. And you still see animals.
You know that meme when they're in the car and they're like, it looks like they're in the back seat, and then there's like a tiger that comes up and like pulls on the door handle, and then it ends. That's how I felt. Because that was my first time there, and I didn't even know that place existed. So I was just like,
"That's awesome."
I'm looking around like, yo, and like I was looking at the door handle to make sure like the doors were locked, because I was just like, yo. And then it's funny because then now I see that meme and I'm like, yo, that's exactly how I felt.
The first time I met your mom, I had went to y'all's house, and you're like, you know, you have to say hi to my mom, right? And I'm like, oh man.
My mom is an island woman, bro. Like, you can't come to somebody's house and not say good morning, good afternoon, good night. That's like, ooh, I would get the backlash just from that alone.
Yeah. But now I make sure, you know, I'm pretty good now. I say hi when we walk in to everybody and say bye.
You kind of, that's one thing too, I'll say that. Like, that was the first time I really paid attention to cultural differences with people I date. Not a part of our list, but definitely the first time I paid attention. Because before I just kind of like expected it and I would get mad. Be like, oh, you disrespectful, bro. But then it's like, actually, because then I actually I stayed with you long enough to realize like how you are with your family as a whole, and then like how I am with my family as a whole, and like how we were raised. So it's just like, oh snap.
It's completely different.
Completely different. But yeah, so that was our first time, like, what? But
meeting your mom.
Yeah. And like learning cultural differences and stuff of that nature, because at the end of the day it's still me inviting her into like our home. So if she didn't say anything, I know my mom would have been like,
but it's meeting, it's like when I met your mom, I met like almost your whole family too, because it's your mom, your brother, your aunt.
Yep. And you like, the way we were raised is that you can't just say hey, you have to be like good night, good evening, good morning. So that was interesting.
And then the next month I surprised you with a visit to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Well, y'all had the tickets. I just surprised you by coming because you didn't think I was coming.
Yeah, I had to work, and then the very next day I had that day off, and she told me she wasn't coming, so that was like our first surprise ever. Cause like she kept saying, "Oh, I can't come. I'm so sorry." Da da da. And I'm like, "Dang, bro, that's messed up."
I gave a million excuses. It was good.
Yeah, and then she was also Snapchatting me, y'all, and like,
yeah,
there were like selfies, like there was no background imagery, no nothing, and I'm like, "Dang, like this girl really ain't coming." I come home.
There I am.
Yeah, and I'm like, "You're here," and my mom is like laughing. I think that's like the first time like her and my mom ever communicated like without me being present, which was like, what? Like, all right, yeah. I was shocked. I was like, okay, girl, bet.
Do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing. Yo, pop my pop, like and drop it. Do your thing, girl, mommy, make it go.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Blooper.
Our first vacation.
It was lit.
It was.
We spent a week at Universal daily. It was awesome.
We rented a hotel.
It was definitely a vibe. It was our first time like together as a whole. No, not together as a whole, but for that long, I should say. Our first time together that long and staying in a hotel, so it was just like smaller space, and it was just like learning each other's habits and like learning a lot about each other, yeah. And it was fun. It was chill. We had the dog with us too. So it was definitely, yeah.
Our first road trip.
We went to Georgia to see her papa. I had the wrong accent because Georgia is country.
Georgia is country. Where do you think I got the y'all from?
It was chill. It was fun. Her dad is like really funny, and like he's like a tiny country dude.
Country little town.
Yeah.
It's like 2 stoplights.
We had like no cell service whatsoever, so we were kind of like forced to speak.
You're like,
and it was like really chill.
We went to the river.
I went to a Piggly Wiggly's for the first time. Boo, I don't remember Boo being there.
I don't remember. I feel like probably Boo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't think so. We were just all just really chilling.
We went through, I think, didn't we go through my dad's like room where all my stuff was?
It was like, yo, her old high school used to be a jail, y'all. I was creeped out. I was like,
They just redid it though. So now it's all brand new across the street.
It's crazy.
Now they don't know what they want to do with the high school, the old one.
I was like, nah, this ain't it, bro.
No, it was pretty awesome though. I like that school.
From the outside looking in, it looked crazy. Because it's just like, all you see is like straight building, no exits.
Down there, it's more open. There's no, like, if you want to leave, they don't say nothing, you just go.
Nah, here we don't have such a narrow structure where you're just stuck inside all day. You could go outside and be wherever, but you will be surrounded by a fence. So it's like, you go outside, but you ain't going past that fence line. Figure it out.
But yeah, that was a pretty chill trip to Georgia.
Yeah, it was a vibe. And I remember I was so adamant on like, she's like, oh, you're not gonna have service. And I was like, girl, I got Sprint, hold on. And we pulled up. And I'm like, dang, I got no service.
You gotta stand in the one spot of the house and hope that it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
And we made like, we snuck trips to Dunkin' every day, which was like fun.
Yeah, Dunkin'.
Yeah.
But you gotta go into the next town for Dunkin'. Not even in his town.
That was fun. I hope you enjoy our little story time.
With our first times.
Don't talk.
First time for everything.
Yeah, man. You know, I realized we showed the dog and I didn't mention. The first time I met Boo, he was really chill. I laid on him. The end. That's really what happened.
He's chill.
He came up to me, I pet him,
excited.
I said hello, and then he just looked at me like I was like, who is this person? And then he went to lay back down on his bed, and I kind of just laid on him for like 5 minutes.
He loves the love, so if you're giving him love, he don't even care.
Yeah. And then, after that, I went to her room and hid in the bathroom.
Stay tuned for our next video.
Hey guys, thank you for watching MXP Family. Now don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. But wait, check out other videos. I really like this one.